audience. If you are not 18 or older, stop listening and find more age-appropriate content. This show will cover topics in a satirical manner. If you are offended by any content herein, that is your own problem. As you have been warned, please do not try this at home, or anywhere else for that matter.
Fly right, plane boy.
Seriously. Grow the hell up. How old are you anyways?
Yes, how old are we, guys? You can't hear the intro, so it comes up saying, how old are you anyways?
20.
Caden,
19.
for the sake of argument, you're 18?
Okay.
Alright, so I can hear everything fine. Ow. I don't need that, I don't care. How the hell are we tonight?
I don't know. Friggin'
Do you know anything?
no.
Oh, awesome.
That's one of the issues that I have on here.
What, you know nothing?
Yeah.
Ignorance is bliss?
Yeah.
Well, remember, this is a show where anything goes, so you can say whatever you want.
Most things.
Huh?
Most things.
Well, yeah, we try to avoid politics and religion, but you guys all worship the devil anyway, so it doesn't matter. Hail Satan. Or, well, I can't say that. But anyways, so let me introduce everybody. I'm Gremlin Dave. Then we have, David number 2?
Sure.
David the Deuce.
Wasn't it CD?
Oh yeah, CD. Then we have, which, if he ever does an SCP show, because my way of doing it was horrendous, he'd be the host on that, host of also Bad Habits to the Unknown,
Yeah.
if he ever does a show there.
If I ever do any of this.
Which he could if he wanted to. He can just get on and start talking about something.
Something.
And then we have our Ghostbuster, Caden.
Me.
Yeah, keep your hands out of your mouth, man. I looked over and you got your whole fist in your mouth. I mean, you know, that is a fetish a lot of people would enjoy, but still, come on, man.
Mouth?
Somebody putting their fist in their mouth. It's a fetish, look it up.
I'm not going to.
Dude, everything is a fetish. So,
Somebody's got that some kind of fetish.
exactly, and then the voice you're hearing now is also Dakota. How's it going?
Good.
Alright, so since we have no idea what we're talking about, seems to be the routine of every show we ever do. Nobody
Yeah.
quite knows anything,
We just all wing it all the time.
pretty much. But I guess I'll get into, how was your first football game, even though it was little kids running around?
I hated it.
What?
It was boring.
Why?
Like I said, 90% of it was boring. The other 10% was trying not to get stung.
Oh, and then bitching about the girl that was sitting in front of us, how every time a bee would come, she'd go out of her way to try to
Trying
stomp on it.
Stomp on it. It's gonna get angry.
And like I said, like I told you, they release a pheromone of when they're endangered that brings every other bee in the area around, so all she's doing is making everything much worse. Makes no sense.
Sit as still as possible, and you'll be as safe as possible.
But yeah, you have a phobia of bees,
Yeah.
and I don't know what it's called. I'm not looking it up
I
either.
don't remember. I don't remember what it's called exactly.
I know you see a bee, you're like, ah!
I don't scream like a baby.
No, but you refuse to do anything if there's a bee around.
I don't like them. Simply hate them.
Pretty much. Well, and you know what? They don't really want to sting you.
Well, some of them.
They're
The
not.
honeybees.
They're not
really
wasps.
don't. Honeybees will die.
Yeah. Well, I thought won't normal bees die?
Oh yeah.
But I mean, they're not like a wasp or something. Those things are like the asshole of the insect community.
They can sting and sting and sting.
Right. They don't lose their stinger. So, Caden, what's new with you?
Nothing? I don't know.
Okay. Dakota?
I don't know, shit, just, I guess, a bunch of being around family, I guess, hanging out, chilling.
Ah, so boring as normal?
Pretty much, yeah. The boring one overall.
Well, could always be worse.
Should be Brown.
Why? Because he's the one that gets basically beat up, tossed around,
Yeah.
but he thinks he's big and bad.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Stubby.
Yeah. And for those of you guys that don't know us personally, that's the little guy in the house, the 10-year-old. He's pretty much everybody's punching bag, and he enjoys it. He goes back for more, and he sits there and he thinks that he can basically put anybody he wants to in their place, and that does not work out right. Coming from everybody on that couch that's pretty much thrown him at a time or two.
Yeah.
Caden, why are you so quiet?
I don't know. It's nothing.
There's plenty to talk about. We just don't know what to,
Well, we can talk about anything and everything, so...
except for religion and politics.
Well, you know, politics right now is getting so out of hand, it's pathetic, but that happens every time we have an election year.
It doesn't matter what kind of election, but
Exactly. It's this person did this person wrong, this person did that, somebody's doing this. I mean, let's see, right now, Harris is told that, you know, she's letting killers across the border and illegal aliens. Trump's basically saying that it's illegal to kill babies. I think that's the main stance right now on everything. And still, the average person can't afford to buy bread.
Bribe.
Bread. I should have probably practiced speaking first of hand.
Yeah.
First of hand.
You failed twice.
I'm used to it. I just keep failing and keep rolling. That's how you do this. Pretty much. Just push the ball down the hill and see how far it goes. So, with that being said, and religion is such a crapshoot because everybody's got everything and everybody thinks everybody's right and everybody thinks that they should have wars over making everybody else believe what they want to believe. So there's that.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't win. I mean, South Park tried to do it, and I think what they say, the winner that got to go to heaven and everybody else went to hell was
Mormons?
Mormons. Yes, Mormons. I love that episode because the Pope's down there. He's like, "I did everything. What religion was I looking for?" And the guy walks up to him and goes, "Mormon." The answer was Mormon. So who'd have thought the Mormons?
They
But-
got it right.
Yeah, I don't remember who the Simpsons did because there's this Halloween episode where basically Springfield was on fire, lava going. The Buddha guy, he was like burning in the river of fire, so that didn't work out. But the Simpsons usually seem to manage to, ouch, ow, that hurt. Manage to tell the future.
Yeah.
So
So they can tell what the real religion is.
there's a conspiracy with that.
The Simpsons.
Yeah, the Simpsons and telling like what's gonna happen and all that stuff.
Right.
Because the first time there was a thing for it was, what was it, early 2000s. It had Trump running for president, and who'd have thought back then that Trump would have ran for president?
Yeah.
And they've called a lot of stuff, and then yeah, it's weird. But we can kind of get into like what your guys' shows are about. Like, okay, Dave, for a lot of people that don't know, like you do the SCPs, what are they?
Stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. It's basically just an organization that has captured things that shouldn't exist.
And now you can go on and create your own in that too, because I know
Yeah.
we've talked about that. And I think
Yeah.
the one was, because there's like was it black market SCPs or X-rated SCPs or something like that? And we were talking about the vibrator.
Yeah.
That, what was it, something like, it would give like an endless orgasm or something?
Yeah, it would get like stuck or something.
Yeah, a piece of it would break off and get stuck, and then either you could never have an orgasm or you'd always have an orgasm. I forget which one it is.
I don't know.
But if you're a guy, that would suck.
God.
That would pretty much block everything.
Yeah.
So that would kill you. A woman might enjoy it. Depending on if it's the endless orgasm, I guess eventually
Kids.
probably get annoyed of it.
Yeah.
Caden, wake up. Okay, so let me put it to you guys this way. If you could come up with any type of SCP, or say you want an SCP to be real, what would it be? And we'll start with you, David.
I guess 914, which is something clockwork. I don't know. It makes things either better or worse depending on what setting you put it on. So you could put like a shovel in and turn it to a better setting, and then you could get like a pickaxe or something.
So Minecraft.
No. I simply was trying to think of an example. But I don't know. It could just make it better in any shape or form.
Okay. So that kind of goes along with I was watching there was I was watching an anime, and this guy, he had like cancer and everything, and his life sucked pretty much. So when he was up, he was talking to, I guess, God, and they asked him, since we gave you a really bad run, we're going to give you a second chance. What would you like it to be? He goes, well, I want to be a farmer. So God's like, all right, here you go, hands him a tool. Brings him back down, and he's sitting in the middle of the forest with just this, like, axe. Here he comes out to find out that this thing, anytime he needs a tool, this turns into that tool, and he becomes the greatest person that's ever done it, and, like, can build crops and, hunt with it. It can turn into, like, a bow and arrow and all this stuff. And long story short, basically the guy created his own village and fought some Demon King, and I didn't finish watching it. So I don't know what happened. I just know he was paying 10% taxes to the Demon King, and that he didn't like it, and then I quit watching it.
Why does the Demon King need taxes?
Because he owned the land.
He runs the whole friggin' underworld. Why does he need taxes?
Yeah, but he was on top.
What can he do with... What
I don't
What
know.
can he even do with gold? Does that mean that somebody's on top above him?
He was king. I don't know.
Because if he needs gold, then
Why
who's
did
he
any
giving
king?
gold to?
Why did any king in history ever need gold?
To be rich.
What's
Yeah,
the
but if
point
you're
of
on
taxes
top-
if you control everything.
Yeah. So that does bring up a good point. If you're on top, and you pretty much, your say is it, I mean, couldn't you just walk in someplace and be like, I'm king, I want this?
Pretty much. So I don't understand what the point on taxes is.
So the guy could live, I don't know. But it was just basically him, and then all of a sudden, like, he ended up, by the end of this thing, having, like, 40 different beautiful elves that were living with him, and
40 of them.
yeah, it just didn't make any sense. It's like, dude, you're living, like, he's living the dream.
Killed the Demon King and now has 40 beautiful women elves living in his house.
I mean, he could have one for every month or something, or one for every night,
How many
you know?
months do you think there is?
Well, I'm just saying, he could have one,
There's a bunch of others that don't do anything.
but he could end up having one a night for a month. Like, he could be like, walk up to one and go, so we're going to do this in a number basis. You're the first, you're the second, third, fourth. So every first he'd be with that one. But because basically in it, all the men in that place got, like, they died out due to some war. So he was the only man left other than the Demon King. So every woman wanted to basically get there.
Or the Demon King, but I feel like
They didn't want the
there are
Demon King.
options.
Because the Demon King's the one that basically came and wiped out all their men to begin with.
Yeah.
But, Caden,
Yeah.
what would you do if you could make something up as an SCP, or what is your favorite SCP?
I don't know.
You don't
You're not helping with the show here,
know.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
just
providing
here to
no
listen. I
content.
don't know.
No, you said you wanted to be involved.
Damn it, Katie.
You asked them if they wanted to just sit in.
Well, fine then. Forget Caden ever existed.
I feel like that.
If you have anything to contribute, let us know.
Give your comments.
I don't know if you know what SCPs are totally. So basically, well, David, why don't you explain it?
I did.
Okay, but I mean, there's even like cryptids in it. So like Bigfoot and Wendigos and
So, like, more of not really futuristic
Things may or may not, or like things that don't exist, but things
Are
that
you
shouldn't
talking into the
exist.
dot? I just need to make sure.
Yeah.
Things that shouldn't exist, like
Oh, cool. I can hear everything out of my mic.
like
or-
a toy truck that weighs 15 tons for some freaking reason.
Yeah, so there's like a Tonka truck out there that weighs as much as a real truck.
Well, goddamn.
Uses gas, uses the same amount of like fuel that a real one does.
So pretty much like a gas-powered RC, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like them big old airplane RCs.
It's
So-
it's a normal sized toy truck, but it weighs 15 tons.
So does somebody drive it?
There's like a little RC.
Oh, so it's not like you've got a little man running around?
No, there's not a toy man
Midget.
running around.
There you go, midgets.
He eats like normal sized food.
Wait, the midget does? Or the small
He
man
needs to
driving
eat-
the truck?
Yeah, he needs to eat like a normal amount of food. He weighs like.
So he weighs like a
300
normal
pounds.
man?
Yeah, he's just a tiny little guy.
So all of a sudden it's like you put a sandwich down and it just like disappears.
He just absorbs it.
God, could you imagine though? I need this built, but we gotta get all this dirt out of here. Call the tiny guy.
Tonka man.
3 years later, finally getting it out of there.
It's gonna be a lot. He could get like a big like scoop and then tie it to the end and then pull the scoop because
Oh yeah,
it
'cause
has that much torque. Or
just
whatever.
like a real dump truck. Now, what type of dump truck is it though? Is it like the little?
It's the big ones.
So it's like the 3-story tall dump
Yeah.
truck.
I
That's
think-
pretty light then for 15,000
I
pounds.
think it was like 17 or 75 tons.
Okay, so that's the big ones like
Yeah.
the one place here in Milwaukee that they do at Komatsu. Those big, massive. Was it like 20-foot tall tires or something like that?
Yeah.
Do you imagine how much it takes to make those tires? I mean, I've seen when they make the parts for that, because they've got these giant molds that basically are the size of, the studio, where they're pouring into it, and it's just nuts. And I think they're mainly like, they do have a diesel, they've got like a diesel generator, but they're electric.
The big trucks.
Yeah. Well, they're like a train. A diesel engine train is basically a diesel generator that's powering electric motors.
Well, it's like the big engine diesel trains. Like
Yeah.
you see them go by, and then but like certain other ones are like not diesels,
Well, like the diesels and that pull everything like that.
like the military.
Yeah, all that. They're basically a diesel generator, but they're hooked to electric motors that turn the wheels.
Oh,
So they're kind of like hybrids.
Yeah. The first hybrids were giant dump trucks.
Yeah, I don't know how well they're getting for miles per gallon though. My guess is they get like 1 or 2. 'Cause they don't exactly drive those on the road either.
No, they don't go very far.
Now, is this thing supposed to be driving on the road too?
No, it's funny. They had like an accident inside the facility because the guy drove the truck too fast into a wall and it completely destroyed it.
Knock the wall down?
Yeah, but it when they tested the materials that it was made of, they determined that it was really plastic. So how it weighs 75 tons, nobody has any clue.
That's some damn good plastic.
I know,
Well,
some heavy plastic.
I do go to places where they make plastic items, and the plastic items they create are actually stronger than steel.
really?
Yup.
Bendable though, like plastic.
Huh?
Or like, yeah, like light, like plastic.
Yeah, but it's stronger than metal.
Okay.
So it's cool how they do it. I know, like, my favorite so far has been the deer.
Oh yeah, the knot deer.
Yeah.
Those are creepy.
Did you ever hear about that one?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god. David, you're the master at this. Go for it.
It's like Wendigos, or no, skinwalkers and Wendigos.
Kind of like a combination.
Yeah. But if you're chosen, then one will follow you and like breathe down your neck. Something that
Yeah, it's creepy.
the only way to not get killed by one is ignorance. Like just to to think that they're not there, to not even.
There goes 75% of the population.
Is to just not acknowledge its existence. They can whisper your name and say your name in the distance, and it sounds like somebody you know saying it, but it's like
It's
gargled.
mocking.
So that's where the Wendigo kind of comes into effect.
Yeah.
'Cause
And
that's what a Wendigo's famous for. They'll sit there and call out your name.
it's funny when they're stalking you, they can go to your house, and they'll end up like stealing items from you, just random junk.
But see, my guess is,
Weapons.
or my thought is, why don't they kill the person then?
They do at some point. Remember, when they captured that one, it said that it was doing research. I think that it might have either been like mocking the researcher, but if not, then it was collecting items due to research purposes.
Yeah, but
But
then
it-
when they got into it, it wasn't even really a deer. It was some kind of,
Goo
yeah, like a
Yeah.
microorganism or something.
that like controlled the anatomy of the deer from within. Gross.
Yeah, because the deer was pretty much dead.
Yeah, it was all bloated and freaking messed up.
See, I'd be like, fuck that, but I'm gone.
Well, they tried to contain this thing, and then it broke out somehow.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was the deer that broke through the glass, or if it was that organism that, like, punched through the glass or something.
It was the organism, because they didn't know that it could get out like that. They thought it was just a deer, so they didn't really insulate the cracks very well. So it kind of like squeezed through the cracks and broke free. But
Ye-
the first time was the Foundation captured dead ones, and then deer, like the not deer, other creatures would dig tunnels under the Foundation and then break the dead one out. Which didn't make sense at first because it was dead, but due to the fact that, you know, it's actually some gross thing on the inside, I think it was still alive.
So it's playing dead.
Yeah. Because
So,
they were gonna cut it open, but they didn't get to.
did they ever find out if that thing could do anything other than deer?
No, I don't think so.
What's Skinwalker?
No, the
But not
organism.
deer. I don't know. I'd assume it could.
So that'd be kind of creepy. Like all of a sudden, then it's taken over everything.
It's like a human is all messed up and walking around,
So
whispering your name.
kind of like any crazy person out on the street.
Yeah. Bloated, crazy person with backwards limbs. Yeah.
But then it's kind of like a zombie thing
Yeah.
because the deer is basically a zombie.
Zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, but
Pretty much.
it didn't go after other deer, which was the issue.
Yeah, but how did it get the deer to begin with? Did it ever say that?
Finding a deer corpse, I guess.
So they don't know if the deer was dead before it got to it, or
They might have never died. They might be
is it something like they ate it? Or...
functionally immortal. Like the deer might kill other deer and then like go into it, and then slowly as the outside deer decomposes, they'll kill another one and keep switching. So like there's a set number of them.
But it didn't even go into saying who it was doing research for.
No. It just said in a gargly voice research.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Oh, you're gonna go to bed?
What?
You going to bed?
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Why would you like that?
Are we bored?
No, I'm just tired.
Yeah. Great. We're boring you.
Where's Mom?
In there.
She's in there. I'll just tell her you said goodnight.
Uh,
All right. So we don't have to open that up, and then I've got to go through and block all that out and all that fun crap, which is kind of nice because the loud kids are asleep. The dogs aren't making any noise. Are they still outside?
oh, yeah,
What the hell?
That would
Yeah,
explain.
Hopefully we still have them.
That would explain why they're up.
I was thinking, it's like I didn't think I saw them in there.
They just-
Shit, forgot all about the dogs.
God damn it.
The doors, the doors were locked, the gates and stuff, so they should be still out there. Yeah, here they are.
Here comes the dogs. Hey, Bimbo. He comes to that, but he comes to Bubbles too.
Well, yeah, his name is Bobo.
Hi, Bobo.
And then the other one. So, I guess going with that then, is there anything that you could think of that would make a cool SCP, Dakota? That you would think of?
I don't know. I guess it just depends on what would be a creative idea, I guess, on what you would rather want to create, I guess. It just depends on what you like.
There's a ghost stop sign. There's a living gun, like an organism that shoots teeth.
Oh, God.
Oh
Well, there's something he's trying to find too at grocery stores.
yeah, Diet Ghost.
Really?
It's like Ghost soda. But I didn't even know Ghost was a brand before this. Before finding out the Diet Ghost.
Well, I know when you've seen it in the local communist store we have here. I don't want to give them any props because they're not sponsoring us. No, Bo, go lay down.
He's like,
Damn it.
Yeah, you were surprised when you seen that brand, which, free shout out, I guess, to them.
yeah,
I don't even know who owns that brand, but
I don't know.
no.
Just I've been looking for the diet version. Like I haven't found it. It's just all regular Ghost.
Have you looked online yet?
No.
I mean,
If
we
I
have,
search Diet Ghost online, I'm probably gonna find the SCP more than I am.
well, because they have this magical thing called the internet
I know.
that you can find pretty much anything you want to.
I know.
And you're not like a normal teenage boy where you would just look up porn on it.
No, my internet history is not just porn.
So there is porn on there, though.
Not on regular.
God.
Not just porn, but
There's some porn.
I'm guilty.
Well, people
By
should use
association.
incognito or something.
Huh?
People should use incognito mode or something.
Hey,
Nobody do that?
nobody thinks. That's not exactly their thought process when they're looking at porn. That's why the big joke is, if I die, please go and clear out my user history.
Just use incognito mode.
So we know how you do it now. But, well, at least we can make this kind of a crossover episode.
Yeah, the SCP stuff.
Yeah. Considering, like I said, the one I tried came out like shit, but, it's actually gotten a few views.
Really?
Yay.
I don't know why. I really don't. It's horrible.
Somebody wants to hurt them ears. Their
Thank
own
you.
ears.
Thanks. At least it's not visual, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm blind.
Well, that is something we are working on getting better. We want to get like a camera set up in here.
Yeah.
I need to figure it out because I'd like to be able to get like off,
Like all 3 angles.
yeah,
Or
somewhere.
all 4.
Yep. That way we can get that rolling. I mean, apparently we're getting a few more hits now, I noticed.
Really?
For some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know who wants to listen to this, but apparently somebody does.
Some crazy person out there listening in on this.
Yeah, pretty much.
This-
Well, I did an interview with a guy a couple weeks ago. I have really got a WD-40 these doors.
Yeah.
Is
Very
the toilet
sneaky.
supposed to be still broken?
What?
The thing ain't working anymore.
Ah,
I tried flushing.
okay, I'll fix the toilet.
It's a shitty situation.
Well, luckily it's not yet.
Well, let's
Yeah.
hope not.
But where was I going? Oh yeah, I did an interview with a guy a couple weeks ago, and he talked about, or he asked like what all we do and how much like is included on what we do and everything, and he was amazed because of all the shows that we have on the network and what all. No, Bo. Bubba,
What's he doing?
trying to go in that door.
No.
Let's kick his butt to Africa.
He's
I
so
can't
beautiful.
say what I wanted to say. Bear would work better going that direction. But get out of that. That's garbage.
Them dogs. Weird.
Give the dogs their own podcast.
They would.
Oh, that's what we should do. We should do like the adventures of the dogs and put a GoPro on them.
That'd be fun.
Just watch him run around.
Yeah, why not?
It'd be fun.
That'd be cool. The life of a dog.
Well, these guys, most of their day would be sleeping.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Oh, yeah. So he was getting in and surprised on, like, what all we do and how much we have going on, and he was just amazed, and, like, you know, I kind of told him our background and where the network came from and everybody that's helped support it, and with what, like, medical issues we have going on, and he was like, holy crap, and hopefully that gets on the air soon.
Yeah.
But I know he's in the hospital right now, so
Oh goodness.
get well soon, Rory. But, yeah, he was just amazed on everything, and then, I know, we've been trying to get one of these shows out, and it seems like every time we've tried to get one out, something has not worked right, and I'm thinking this time it should work right. So,
Being the
hopefully,
keyword.
but, so, gonna kind of go into it. You're actually hopefully getting back to work at a vape shop.
Yeah, hopefully soon. Hopefully the boss comes in so I can go in. I mean, best product, but I mean, he's really cool guy.
Yeah, well, we'll wait to give the name out once, if he starts paying us. We don't need to get free advertisement out right now. Or at least, you know, I don't want to be like, give a guy good props and all of a sudden he tells you to go fuck off and then you're like, well, shit.
Oh,
He gave me a
damn
good word.
Damn.
But, yeah, I mean, because hopefully we can get in with that because that'd be nice to have a vape store in association with us. I mean, we have in the past with this network. Alright.
Don't you guys get discounts then?
It'd be nice. Discounts or money or something because, you
It
know,
would be nice.
doing this is not free.
Mm-mm.
So, and being the fact that we'd love to start making more money, well, making money, I guess in general.
Making
but
money in general.
it would be a nice change.
Well, I mean, it would help things around.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd love to do this and not have to do my real job.
This being, unquote, real job.
Well, this would be my real job if we could get it going.
So it's what, a hobby?
Right now, yeah.
I mean, I guess it just depends, like, on how fast you're growing.
Is stagnant a move?
For stalactites, yes.
Stagnant's not. It's not moving.
I know. Stalactites still move, just
Down.
barely.
Yeah, it only takes millions of years, but, you know, good luck. This is what we're leaving you guys when we die.
It'll slowly
Enjoy.
grow. We'll just get millions of views by like 20, 50 or something.
It'll be one of those things where we're dead and all of a sudden people will find it and discover and be like, hey, wow, we like listening to these guys. They were getting any new stuff? No, they've been dead for years. Oh. Wah, wah. And I promised David I wouldn't do sound effects tonight.
Yeah. That was annoying the last time. So we just hear you, we just look over at you and you're freaking laughing your butt off. We have no clue because we can't hear anything.
Oh, wasn't that the one time we were at?
We were here playing a card game. An undisclosed card game.
Well, because I remember like when we were doing it in Melton too,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
and we were just giggling out of just
Yeah.
pure laughing.
Yeah, because I was doing some really weird ones. Yeah, some of those you gotta watch out, though, because if they're copyrighted, I can get in trouble.
Sound effects.
So it's kind of dumb, but...
Remember the Titanic boat races?
Oh, yeah, you had a little,
Funny.
kind of an episode, which we don't really need to get into it.
Yeah, but what I said was funny.
Yeah! He's like, you... Oh, God, what was it? I'm betting on the Titanic. I'm like, for what? A boat race? Dude, I don't think it's gonna make
But
it.
it's warmer out there.
It will this time, it's warmer out.
My thought process was sound.
Ooh.
It was just every other part of the process was not there.
I just found out these things move. Wow.
Yeah, the Titanic is generally a slower ship.
Well, it never got the chance for the blue ribbon going across since it didn't fully compete or complete. One of the best parts though of the first Ghostbusters, I think it's the first one. Let me think. No, it's in the second. The second Ghostbusters back in the 80s, there was a part where the Titanic actually came in. A big hole in the side and that. The one guy sitting on the side, or at the dock, he looks and goes like, oh, I guess better late than never, eh? That was his line, is you see the ghosts just kind of walking on the dock and that, coming towards it. But it's like, okay, well, I guess. But yeah, it was kind of interesting. It's like, cool.
Yeah.
Because wasn't there like a second? Okay, so there was the two boats that were just like the Titanic, though.
Well, no, there was actually 3 of them total.
Oh,
Because you had the Olympic,
yeah.
which came first, the Titanic second, the Britannic third. The Olympic had a great career. The Titanic actually was scheduled to go sooner, but the Olympic ended up getting into a collision with a Navy vessel, and they had to take parts of the Titanic to put on the Olympic to get the Olympic back out. So I think the Titanic was delayed by like a month. So that kind of sealed its fate there. But yeah, the Olympic went on, I know it served in World War I for like a troop carrier. I don't remember if it was in the Second War. I think it was. But the Britannic, that got launched during World War I and was a hospital ship. That ended up hitting a landmine.
Yeah, a land.
That ended up hitting a mine in the water, and it ended up sinking.
A sea mine, maybe?
No, just a water mine. It isn't a landmine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Didn't crash on the land and hit a landmine.
But yeah, that ended up sinking. So the only one that survived out of the 3 sisters was the Olympic. And then they ended up scrapping it, which kind of sucks because you think something like that
Something that big.
they should have kept because of the.
They could have made like a museum off of that.
Well, because I think they did, but it was okay. So they say that the Olympic was the one in the movie Titanic, but when they used that boat, they hit the iceberg. So they took the Titanic and used it as a museum, but that's what they say as.
Well, the Olympic was scrapped in like the 40s or 50s. In the movie, that was all just a just a prop.
Stage.
Yeah. They did make a movie in the 50s. It was, I think it was called A Night to Remember, and it was an Italian ship that they actually used that was sitting at a scrapyard that they did some of the scenes for, and that was in the 50s. But there's only 2 ocean liners that are left from that decade, or from that era. And that's the Queen Mary,
Yeah,
which is...
very haunted.
Yeah.
That would be actually really cool though.
Well, that's sitting in, I believe, Santa Monica, California, which ironically it was like the pride of the English fleet,
Oh.
and we own it.
It's ours now.
And then there's the SS United States, which is sitting in Philadelphia, rusting away. But that is, the SS United States is the last ship to hold the blue ribbon, and I don't know if you guys know what that means.
No, some sort of food item.
No.
Wouldn't that be like
Wrong.
Isn't the blue ribbon?
Wouldn't it be like
Ice cream.
a battle of Winnie, I guess.
What it is the ship that held the blue ribbon was the one that could cross the Atlantic the fastest.
Oh. Okay.
So it changed hands many, many times, but the last one to actually do it was the SS United States.
It's like
And-
the world record type thing.
Yeah,
So like the world's fastest
crossing.
big crossing.
Yep,
That thing just popped.
it does that when it turns on. All fridges do that.
Just pops?
Well, that's more condensed in a smaller package. Like, you don't hear it so much in, like, the bigger ones.
Yeah.
But you'll hear it.
Yeah, it just sounded like,
That boop.
yeah, like,
Mm-hmm.
way
Yeah, because it was kicking on. But yeah, that's what the blue ribbon was. It was for the fastest crossing. So we hold that. We'll hold that forever. I know.
I
Like,
think there's some boats that can cross the water faster now.
well, not. They don't have ocean liners, so.
Oh, no ocean line?
No, that is long gone. I mean, we got cruise ships,
Yeah.
Well,
but they're a little different.
They're for cruising.
Mm-hmm. And if you get a captain that likes to go close to shore, those are fun.
Yeah.
That guy.
He really screwed up.
I think he's out of prison by now.
He
Really?
was-
Yeah, didn't he get 10 years?
Maybe?
I think he got 10 years, and that was back in, what was it, 20?
2014?
Yeah, so he'd be out by now.
So what did he do?
He decided to go too close to do, like a...
That was the Costa Concordia, right?
Yeah, the Costa Concordia. He did like a side honk, like driving by.
Yeah, all because he was trying to impress his mistress.
And he got way too close and couldn't turn it fast enough and hit rocks and it like tilted and
That was the cruise ship where you always see pictures of it sitting like half in the water.
Oh, okay.
yeah, some
it-
people died though.
Yeah, I think
7?
I thought it was like 30.
Oh damn. 30.
Yeah. I know, compared to how many people were on board, it wasn't
Yeah.
like a massive death count.
Yeah. But I mean still. He left the ship way before
I love his excuse. I tripped and fell into a lifeboat. Because wasn't the Coast Guard like, where the hell's the captain? He's on land.
Yeah.
How'd you get there? I tripped and fell in one. Huh?
Okay.
Tripped and fell.
Yep. That excuse didn't work too well.
It's a go-to excuse though.
I mean, I'm assuming you got divorced after this too.
Probably.
Because, I mean, yeah, what'd you do that for? Well, I was impressing this chick I was trying to nail. So, yeah, good times.
Oh, they never found the bell.
For the ship?
Funny, yeah.
Huh.
So, it's huge. It's this huge bell that they never found.
How do you walk off with that?
I don't know. People were like ship robbing it or something when it crashed.
Yeah,
And
but you'd
they
think
stole the freaking huge bell and they never found it.
you'd think somebody could have seen that, like seen somebody walking off with that, you know?
Yeah,
It's
like,
so obvious.
Like, ain't nothing to see here, folks.
They could have brought it to land, like melted it down, like right there. And then,
That would have been hard.
I know.
You know how hot they have to get something to melt that?
Yeah.
that would be like.
Because I mean, that's brass. That's.
But I love Internet Historian's video.
Yeah.
Explaining the kind of.
Is he the one that kind of jokes with it?
Yeah, it's really funny.
Well, do you know what that's on? Because now that you said that, I have to link it.
On YouTube,
Yeah. What's the guy's name?
Internet Historian.
So if anybody's wanting to hear a funny story on it, look up Internet Historian.
Conca.
Oh God, now I can.
Something consortia.
Historic.
Conca Consortia.
Yeah, I already said it once, and now I can't remember how to say it again.
Conca feels weird.
Conca.
It doesn't feel like.
I like
sharp.
that word, Conca.
Yeah.
It's like Tonka.
Yeah.
Tonka Baconka.
I don't know. He explains it really good. And he's really funny.
Yeah, you'd have to look that up too to see whatever happened to that captain, because I think there was a few of them that got nailed with it.
I think it was just the captain and.
I thought the first mate got nailed too.
No, because he didn't understand English. correctly.
Oh, that's right, because there was a lot of screw-ups on that
Yeah,
whole
he
thing.
messed up the trajectory at first, but went to correct it, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, 'cause didn't you think he said like 40 degrees and the guy only turned like 4 or something, or vice versa, or...
Something like that.
Yeah, there was a lot of things messed up with that.
Yeah. A lot of people screwed up, but I don't think they really got nailed as hard as the captain for leaving. For abandoning ship when 30 people died.
I still love that. What's your excuse? Oh, I tripped into a lifeboat? Yeah,
That's
right.
the classic excuse.
And then I fell overboard.
Yeah, he fell overboard, but right into a lifeboat.
Right.
Oh, that's like, if you ever get a chance, there's a video, and now you'd have to search it, because I don't know the name of the lighthouse or the Navy vessel that was involved. I had you listen where because it was a a carrier
Yeah.
that was telling these people, get out of our way. We're the U.S. Navy. You need to move. And the guy's like, well, we're not moving. Well, you have to. We're the Navy. We can't move.
We will
Why can you
shoot
not move?
down.
Yeah, we will shoot you if we have to. Well, you're going to be opening fire on a lighthouse. We can't move. Oh, okay. We'll correct our course. That's basically, it was like a 10-minute long video, but that's how it pretty much ended. Because the guy's like, well, we have blah, 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 and we have this and that and that, and we will shoot you if we have to. Okay, well, we're a little lighthouse on the coast here, so,
That'd be pretty bad.
we can't really move.
Even if they shot him, it wouldn't have done anything.
Well, yeah, it would have blew the lighthouse up.
Well, yeah, but there's a giant freaking rock under the lighthouse. That's the
Mhm.
whole point.
Then they would have crashed into that, sunk the whole ships.
That'd been funny.
Yeah, the military has a lot of funny videos out there. I mean, if you get bored, there's some pretty good ones too. Like, there's some sniper videos out there where, like, they've sniped these people and you can see they're literally having sex.
Oh God.
So, with the heat signatures, I can see it. It's like, oh, okay.
So, should I wait? Or...
I would. Okay. If I'm gonna snipe and shoot this guy, but I know he's rocking one out real quick, might as well let him finish.
Right.
Let him die a happy man,
Shoot in between the red blob.
Yeah, but for all you know, it could be two guys going at
Oh
it.
God.
But I guess in a sense, but then again, maybe the one guy's not having a good time with it, and
Thank
you're
God.
ending his pain.
Thank God he died.
Yeah, but then that guy might be next.
Oh God.
Well, I feel like the U.S. military doesn't go for like, oh, you've seen it. We're gonna have to execute you now.
Well, could you imagine though, like that guy gets taken out and he arrives up at the pearly gates? What were you doing when you died? Well, you see, George here had me bent over a table and all of a sudden it was blank. I don't know what happened.
Like all
He had a hell of a finish.
all of a sudden he fell.
Be like,
I passed down.
well, there was an episode too of Family Guy where it showed Superman, or like, there's two police and Superman standing there. It's a woman and she's got a big hole in the top of her head, and Superman's just like, oh, look, this is how I found her. I found her just like you guys did, just like this. Yep. So we know what happened there. But yeah. Oh, okay. She's got an itch. So,
Dog.
huh?
Dog.
No, my wife.
There isn't many she's in this house.
There's a total of 3.
And one's a dog.
The other 2 are in there watching TV. One's no part of this. I don't blame her. Oh, yeah. So, trying to think of what else now. Come on, anybody else can think of something. Love to have a topic. I mean, so, yeah.
It sounded like you were gonna say something, but you just like gave up.
No, I'm trying to think of anything else to really go on right now
Yes,
because
racing.
the racing kind of sucks right now. My guy's out.
Oh God.
I have no freaking clue.
You don't care about sports in general.
No.
Although, the Dolphins play tomorrow on Monday night.
Oh really?
Wow.
Yeah, but the quarterback's hurt, so it doesn't matter anymore. I've given up on all sports. I don't care.
There isn't really any interesting sports. I like doing badminton, but watching
Well, you're really good at bags. So are you.
badminton is fun, but there's no. It's not really fun watching someone else do it.
No.
It's kind of like golf.
Yeah,
Golf is fun to play, but sitting there watching something is
It's
just
like dumb.
mind numbing.
yeah, boring. You just want to pass out. Kind of like listening to this podcast.
I'm about to pass out.
You look like it.
I know.
Wasn't this past your bedtime?
Yeah.
And you wanted to do one last night, but we decided to play the
Cards.
Humanity Against Cards.
Yeah.
They're not a paid sponsor, so I don't want to give their right name. If
Only-
anybody would like their name on the show, just give us some money.
Right.
Any amount of money will do.
Hell, we didn't take a quarter. Nickel? Don't even care. Penny.
Done.
Swear to
Exactly.
God, if you get like a Google sponsorship and it's like a cent and they sent you in the mail.
Every
Okay,
time you
sorry.
mention Google, you get a penny. Well, Google. That would be one whole podcast, just an hour
Straight up.
of just that. Of Google.
Triple our funds if 3 people do
Dude! Yes! Or if you mention what used to be Twitter and is now X,
it for some reason.
you know, Elon could give us money and we'd be glad to do it. Right? That is Elon Musk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that never worked for me. Doing the whole videos of crushing the Cybertruck Hot Wheel. And now that Hot Wheel's actually worth like $5 a piece.
He would have been so offended.
Yeah, but now I'm pissed because I crushed like 10 of them things.
Oh my god. You had $50 that you just destroyed.
I know, right?
Damn it.
So that just cost me more money.
Elon Musk is laying back in his chair with his hands
Excellent.
I knew
Got you good.
it.
Yeah, right. Like he
It's a
even
part
knows
of
who
his
this
whole
is.
master plan. He's gonna know now that his little phone is dinged like 4 times about his name.
What? Elon Musk?
Yeah.
Elon Musk?
Every time his name is called, he gets a little ding on his phone.
Hey, Elon.
He's
Yo.
a ghost.
Imagine.
So if we just keep saying Elon Musk, is he gonna owe us money?
Did you say Elon Musk?
Whatever. Don't care.
I don't
He's not paying us money to get his name right.
know. No.
But then all of a sudden tomorrow, like, nothing of ours is gonna be on the internet anymore.
Yeah. He does one thing, calls something a letter. He renames a whole thing to a letter, and he gets friggin' thousands of pages about it.
Yeah, and the funny thing is I mean, it's like, no offense, but it's kind of like the trashy Facebook.
Yeah.
Because you can put anything on it. Literally. You can search anything and it's there.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear, Monster Energy? They're, like, suing anybody who uses Monster for some freaking reason.
Really?
Like the term monster?
Yeah. A game came out with an update that had the word monster in it, and they sued him. They're not getting anywhere.
They don't own
I
the
hope
name.
they know
They
that.
don't own the word.
I know. I hope they know they're not gonna get anywhere. It's just funny to me that some people think that they can sue for such the stupidest things and get away with it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I just found out today that there's been a podcast since 2020 that almost has the same name as us.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, and their logo is almost the same as us.
God, fucking copycats.
I know, and we've had this, like, we own the name, but they have one more word onto theirs than we do. Like, where it's Bad Habits, ours is Network, theirs is something else. So it's so close that it sounds the same, and if you search us, it pops up, but I can't really do anything because it's a different name.
I'm assuming they're way more popular.
Not really.
No?
No.
About the same in popularity?
Maybe a little less.
Yeah. But this network's been around since 2013, so.
I mean, that's been quite a while now.
Yeah, it just hasn't really went too far. It's had a heyday and then it's kind of died out, and with any luck, it'll be back to a heyday. So.
You never really make money off of it.
Oh, I mean, it has in the past. But I mean, we're not like our friends at podcasts and stuff like
Yeah.
that, or Network.
Yeah.
Those guys are great down in Arizona.
Yeah.
They're probably making.
I listened
a
to
hell of a
that.
lot of money.
You did?
Remember? We were in the car?
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you?
It was funny.
Yeah, they're a good group of guys. Live Ride.
Oh.
Yeah, they're great. So if anybody gets a chance, look them up. They are amazing down there in Arizona. The low riding community is big down there. Up here we have the high rise rednecks.
The souped up trucks.
Yeah. That have never seen the dirt. I mean, at least my truck, we know have seen the dirt.
You literally park it in the dirt every freaking day.
And pieces of it stay in the dirt.
Yeah.
You shut the door and a chunk falls off.
You can follow the rust. Follow where it goes.
Like I said, it marks his territory.
Yeah.
Some cars do it with oil, the truck does it with rust.
Most don't do it at all, but what am I supposed to say?
Well, I mean, at 20 years old, you can't really expect much out of a truck. I mean, you're the same age as that thing.
Yeah,
How you doing?
I know. If things aren't falling off, I'm gonna sit
At least not yet, huh?
Not yet.
Give me a few years. Wait till you actually, you know, see what life is. Wait till life has a chance to beat you down a little.
Piece by piece.
Yeah, wait till you're 40.
Chunk by chunk.
When it kills your hopes, your dreams, your spirit. You know, sing normal life.
Yeah, well, at least like sections of my arm aren't falling off every time I walk around.
True. Not yet.
Not yet, and I don't think it's going to happen, really.
But now there's people out there with leprosy going, it must be nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
shit,
how
they
many
walk
people
around.
have leprosy, do you think?
I don't know. I mean,
It's an old disease,
yeah, is it even still? It's still around. I think third world countries.
maybe.
But
Really rare.
I don't think it's like what you imagine. Like you see some guy walking around, and his arm just falls off or something. You know.
He's like coated in dark spots, like reaching out of it.
Sitting there moving around and like drops a finger. Like, hey, you lost something here.
Oh yeah, sorry about
Here,
Oh,
let's put it back on.
that.
Get the duct tape. God, that would suck though.
Funny, but it would suck.
I don't know if it'd be funny at all.
It
I wouldn't be
hurts
laughing much.
significantly.
Huh?
It would hurt significantly.
I mean, yeah. Is there even a cure for that?
Leprosy?
Yeah.
I don't know. Eat an orange or something? I don't freaking know.
Really?
What is that? Scurvy. That's scurvy.
Scurvy?
Yeah.
Is that even real?
Yes. It's like what pirates got when or
All
like
the
people at sea got when they didn't have enough something, certain chemical or something. But oranges had it in it.
Oh, lemons too.
Yeah.
Because there's an episode of The Simpsons.
Is it vitamin D?
I think so.
They didn't get enough of it, so they contract scurvy. So an orange could technically cure a disease.
Come on, there's a bunch of men out on a boat for a long time. I'm sure they got vitamin D.
Yeah, but wait a second.
Took you a
How
second
many-
there, didn't it?
How many of them do you think were?
Butt pirates?
Yeah.
Hmm. I know there wasn't many women out there.
No.
There was a few though. I know they said that it was always bad luck to have a woman on the ship, but yet if you go into history, there was like 3 or 4 famous pirate women, and they were badass. You would not fuck with them at all. Like they would tear you up without even thinking about it. Good times.
That's what he said.
Good times.
No, that's not what he wanted to say.
It's not.
But that's what she wanted to say.
I don't know who'd be the man in that relationship.
I don't think anyone would.
No, because I have a feeling you would be made the woman at some point.
Probably.
Well, it's your turn to bend over for this job. Here you go.
And I don't think I could say no, though.
Well, it's either that or you jump in the water and take your chances with
Yeah.
dehydration, drowning, and sharks. So,
Yeah.
what do you pick? Sodomy or sharks?
There's a fine line.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like prison. Except there's no sharks in prison. It's pretty much just sodomy. Do
You don't
not
know you're
drop
gonna
the soap.
die.
But, alright, well, we've been at this for almost an hour. If we give it another 48 seconds, we've got an hour in.
Damn.
So give it another 48 seconds.
Yeah, so is there anything you want to say?
No.
So that's a no.
No. Yeah.
Dakota?
I don't know. Should I guess. Just depends. What I don't know. I don't know.
I think you just said a whole lot of
Nothing.
nothing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright, well, on that note, we'll see you guys later. Have fun. Like
Goodbye.
and subscribe. And I still have 9 seconds. 8, 7, 6,
Just get,
5,
keep talking.
4,
I guess.
3, 2, One more.
Kaboom.